Good morning. It's Tim Scher. I just wanted to share a quick message with you today. I'm pretty excited. In about 15 minutes, I go through my final interview to get my hypnosis school accredited, which is really cool. Now, I was never expecting to get this school accredited. However, there was things that had to happen, and I decided to go through those doors. You see, a lot of times the goals that you want to accomplish, you're like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to pull this off? And we get really frustrated because we don't know how we're going to do it. And what I've found is that you don't have to know how. You just got to know what you want and why you want it, and then keep going towards it. And so sometimes your big breakthrough isn't going to be through the first door that you open. Maybe it's not going to be till the fifth door that you get to, and you can't skip doors, right? So you got to go through door 1, 2, 3, and 4 to get to door number 5 to open it up and get your big breakthrough. But you can go through those doors faster. And that's what subconscious reprogramming is all about, right? That's why I've been using hypnosis for all these years. And so what we want to do is we set our intentions for what we want, and then we watch for those opportunities, and then we capitalize on them. We take action on them as fast as possible. You know, my buddy Joe Vitale always says that money loves speed. Well, so does goal attainment. So as soon as you see an opportunity, seize it, right? So I wasn't planning on getting my school accredited. However, many of my students wanted to use, they were veterans and they wanted to use their GI Bill, or they wanted to get a student loan. And so I'm like, well, you have to get accredited for that. So I reached out. Well, I didn't know you had to be accredited. I just reached out to the state licensing agency. And then they said, well, if you want to work with veterans, then you've got to get your school approved. And so then I went for a couple of weeks talking to people until they were finally like, well, you can't get your school approved until you get accreditation. I'm like, well, what is that? So after talking to 3 different government agencies, I finally found somebody who was awesome. Her name's Barbara. And she said, well, this is what you need to do. And so she gave me all the paperwork and all the application fees, and it was expensive, and there was so much paperwork. And but you know, I decided that that was a door that was opening for me. I wasn't expecting to go through it, but that was the door. Remember, we do hard things. So I went through that door. I wrote the check. I did all the paperwork. I went through it over and over again. You know, there's a lot of back and forth. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. And then finally I got that door open, and now I'm about to have the school accredited, which means it opens other doors of opportunity for people to get funding, and for veterans to use their GI money or their GI Bill to pay for their education so that they can then have a new career. Of course, I have a lot of hypnotists, coaches, you know, people who want to make a bigger difference. A lot of doctors. I had a doctor reach out to me yesterday. A lot of people who are like, I want to make a bigger difference, and I love what you're doing, and I want to learn what you're doing, and that's awesome. So our next class is coming up in September, end of September. It's going to be fully online, so we don't have to worry about the pandemic. We don't have to worry about extra expenses with travel, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is Change Your Life information, and I mean, it makes you feel like you're adding value to the world every single day. So at least that's how I feel. You get to get up and create magic for people, and you get to see the results and hear the stories right in front of you, because my approach works so fast. So anyway, I'm standing here in front of a door because when the doors appear, you got to go through them, right? You got to go through them. And most people see that door and they're like, well, it's probably locked. You know, there's probably it's not going to work out anyway. It's not the right time. I don't have the money now. I mean, there's a million reasons for why not. So find the reason for why you should, and then open that door and get on through it, because that's where your biggest throughs are, or your biggest breakthroughs are hiding. That's where they're waiting for you. So anyway, go have a great day, make it productive, make it a sure success, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.